Hello, Marilyn here. How are you guys doing? I have a really good share with you today. So I want to talk about why it's important to be healthy, the changes that are happening to our body and what that's requiring, the changes that are happening to our planet and our food sources, etc. So I'm going to be covering quite a bit of information here in order to give you information that will help you thrive during these times that are coming up. So I guess I'll just jump in. So why is it important for you to be healthy right now? And of course, you know, most people think health is important, and that you know that it's important for you to feel good. And a lot of people aren't. A lot of sensitives aren't feeling healthy, aren't liking what's going on right now. Might not even feel like they want to stay on the planet because it's so intense with everything that's happening. So the reason, number one reason, is we're becoming more sensitive. We're becoming more sensitive because our body is changing. So it's your body that is evolving, your body that is growing in consciousness. Your body is moving from a very dense physical body into a more light plasma crystalline body. And in this process of your evolution, wherever you are on this, you are becoming more sensitive to sounds, to taste. Things are changing. I'm sure you're noticing, like all of a sudden you can smell. I remember for me, it was like, oh my God, I can smell everything. My sense of smell increased. Your hearing might become very sensitive and can hear a lot more. Your eyesight can change. Your ability to feel all the different things around you will change, so that, you know, normally, like I just got back from New York City, and, you know, before it did not affect me like it affected me this time going. It was just like, I was like, wow. So I really had to be aware and take care of myself while I was there in order to be balanced and have harmony. I was there for my daughter's wedding, and so if I got out of whack, really out of whack, I could have emotionally been, you know, thrown into a turmoil, or physically, or spiritually, or mentally. So this is what we're wanting to help you create harmony. I want to empower you so that, you know, if you're off kilter anywhere, if any of mind, body, spirit, emotions are out of whack and you're feeling something, that you will have tools to help you get back in realignment, and so that you feel empowered. Because if I didn't know it was up to me to rebalance me, I would be blaming all of New York on my discomfort and my you know, challenges and things that were going on then because of my increased sensitivity. But I want to say too, the sensitivity isn't like, oh, I'm so sensitive. No, it's like I have a broader range of tapping into the energies around me. I have skills, so I have my senses. Think of that. I want you to think of them as tools, as gifts, as a talent. you're going to be learning how to use your body and how to attune it so that it is a great tool for you in discerning information, in becoming intuitive, in having a connection to your higher self or to source, in manifesting, in realigning, grounding, healing, whether it's yourself or helping with somebody else. So there's all these, and that I call multidimensional. So that was number 2 on this. So first was you're becoming more, your body is changing. You're becoming more sensitive, attuned, your abilities to attune to your environment are becoming greater. So there's less of the density and more of you're aligning more in the energies of everything. And you can manage that. And the second thing is that you are multidimensional. So in order to be multidimensional, to use this body to its highest purpose and for your highest good, it is being aligned and knowing. And as you learn more about who you are, and that's actually number 3 is learning more of who you are, your purpose, your connection to everything. Then you understand why your body is going through these changes, but also why you can feel out of kilter and what it is that you're actually doing in order to empower yourself, give yourself a good, strong foundation. So that you're not thrown off by the stuff that's happening out here, and you're managing how you are in the world inside. So I want to go back to number 1 first. So you're becoming more sensitive. And through your evolution, through your ascension, through your transformation, all the same thing. Your body is becoming more conscious, and inside this body, you have your soul, your divine spirit soul that is the connection to God, is the God within you. And so you have the soul that is you, and only you, and everybody has their own individual souls in this human body. So and those sensitivities. So I want you to become aware. So we have to take care of this body. So we need energy coming in. So that comes in the form of food and water, meditation, sleep, connection to nature. So I think I would offer that you pay attention to what you're putting on your body, because your skin is the biggest organ of your body. And your skin absorbs everything, and it goes into your body, into your bloodstream, various parts. And so if you can't eat what you put on your skin, if you wouldn't eat it, don't put it on your skin. It's toxic. So I want to say something here. And some of you are ready for this, some of you know this already, and some of you aren't ready for this. And so those of you who aren't ready to hear some of this, that's fine. Just practice what you want to practice. And again, question everything I say. You don't have to believe anything I say. You can pick it apart. You can take things and leave things. Again, we're all individuals. And so one of the things that I'm going to talk about later is that you're having to become very discerning for yourself. You need to start making decisions about what is good for you, what you put in your mouth, what you put on your body, what you're breathing in, where you live, who you hang out with, all those different, what's happening on the planet, etc. Like, you need to start spending time really looking at reading labels. One, read the labels. Learn about what it is that you've been putting in your body. One of the things that I would say immediately get rid of are all the seed oils. And you can go online and look up seed oils and stop eating seed oils. And your health right there will make a huge improvement. So also, I want to say, I want to put out there that the world that we live in today is not the same world as 3 years ago. It's not the same world as 5 years ago. It's not the same world as 10 or 50 years ago. What your grandparents ate was a lot healthier than what you're eating right now. And what has happened in the food industry is terrible. And that a lot of shortcuts and things are being made, and toxic foods, petroleums, cancerous stuff, food coloring, things that are not good for our body, that are toxic for our body, that the majority of Europe will not let in any food on their shelf the United States allows in their food. We are one of the richest nations. We have one of the largest healthcare groups, and we have the sickest people. So something is not right. And I want to say, and I'm sorry to say, but in a lot of ways, you're being poisoned little by little, or a lot by lot, depending on what you put in you, what you put on you. Makeups, most makeups, so you're taught, be beautiful, wear, excuse me, you know, lotions and potions. Look at what's in those lotions and potions. Terrible stuff that you're applying every day that accumulates. There's some forever products that are in there that are terrible for you. So one of the things I would say too, because all this stuff's going in that you're not aware of, and it's all right, but now we're making you aware. I want you to be aware. I want you to be healthy. I want you to be alive and vibrant and healthy. And when you have these toxins coming into your body and on your body, and through the air, different things like scented candles, anything scented, stop it. Don't put those scented things in your cars. Watch perfumes and stuff unless they're natural oils. All of those things are places where there's toxic, cancerous things that are put in. Again, research. Everything that I'm talking about is out there. You won't necessarily find it on mainstream media, but you do your research. You can find all of this. You can find a lot of people. I would try to get all the sides, really do your research so you know what you're doing for you, because only you need to take care of you. I can help, I can direct you, I can kind of tell you where to look, and then take it from, you need to take it from there, because this is one of the things that we're learning. We're learning how to care for ourselves, and you can't just be these quick fixes of things like watch what you're puffing. One of the things I wanted to share around the food too is, so you're being marketed to, you're being persuaded to buy things, eat things. Sugar was one of the things that is been added to everything in order to it's an addiction. Sugar is an addiction. And so they put sugar in all sorts of stuff that doesn't need sugar. But it's there because you'll get addicted, you'll buy more. This is all about somebody making more money off of you. So one of the things I wanted to share was, when, the old food pyramid? Well, the old food pyramid was created by Kellogg's. Again, you can go research this. And Kellogg's made the food pyramid so that it could convince you to eat more grains. So they wanted to sell you cereals and all of that stuff. So it made its own thing to put out there like it was a real, research. And this was really the best thing for you, but it wasn't. It was just all marketing. And I want you to know there's a lot of that. And that a lot of times, science is forever changing. It's always growing, learning new things, adding new things. So I want you to realize what was once said, like when they also, the food industry wanted you to eat low fat because fat is good for you. So they wanted to convince you that low fat is better. So it did research and it paid colleges to come up with this research that promoted that low fat was better for you and animal fat, was bad for you. And so this is, so this went on, and this is, you guys have gone through this. You're either, you've gone through that yourself, or you've seen your parents go through that, and you're going through it, and it's, where vegetarian and all of that stuff started to come in, and everything low fat. Well, science then, came back and has shifted now, is shifting, but there's still the fat and the way, and the people who are committed to this low fat, because you are worth more to the health industry sick than you are healthy. They don't want you to be healthy. I know that hurts. Oh my God, I was so grieving, angry when I get that people in these industries just want to make money. They don't care whether I'm healthy or not. And regulations and different things aren't in place to really help us stay healthy. There isn't somebody out there that is fighting for us right now. I mean, there's small groups, and like me, just sharing this information, and others like me that are out there saying stuff that a lot of you don't want to hear, because you don't want to believe that we don't have these people on our side that are taking care of us and watching us and making sure that people aren't poisoning us. It's not happening. I'm sorry. So you got to do it yourself. And you just look around at how sick everybody is, and you will understand and see. And maybe you're one of those people who have been sick. You're just not feeling 100%. So anyway, watch what people put out and realize that science is always evolving and growing, and there's new research that's happening, and hopefully it's not, research that's paid by the pharmaceutical companies. Most colleges are paid to do research by the pharmaceutical companies, so then they can create a dis-ease or make you toxic, so that you have to have medication to take care of that, which if the doctor really knew and understood nutrition, and that they would say, stop taking these toxic things in the food, stop applying toxic things, stop smelling toxic things, and that you would start to feel better. Okay, so I want you from this, so just to give you a little thing to do, what can I do? Start doing like liver detoxes, detoxing, go get detoxing foot baths, sit in infrared saunas, there's all sorts of really incredible stuff now. I'll put a link for a liver detox that's really good, and it's not a big drawn out process that you can do on new moons. So that's one of the ways, like, to be clearing this stuff out of you and stop putting it on you or in you or breathing it as much as possible, right? So So educate yourself, get with a group of people and start learning from each other what's going on, right? Okay, so now we'll go down to, okay, so I want to go down to number 2, which was we're becoming much more multidimensional. So one of the things that's also happening, right, in being better health is not to, okay, and so I have my alcohol. I used to smoke a long time ago. I don't. I've stopped most of that. I almost can't drink alcohol anymore because just my body has come where it doesn't like it. And, but periodically I have my homemade tequila margarita that I like. That's just with seltzer water and lime, and that I sip on. And so I'm not saying you're all going to be individual, and as you grow and you fine tune, your body just naturally starts to tell you what it wants, and because you start listening. So like for me, one of the things, and I've been in the health field for almost 50 years now. So I've gone through a lot of stuff, trying different things, seeing different things, and believe me too, I used to believe everything that was put out there, and then I've had to learn this, right? So I was just like a lot of you, like, oh yeah, they wouldn't do that. And then I'm like, oh shoot, they are. But the other thing is that we have to watch what you're watching. Watch the advertisements, watch the movies, listen to the music, watch what's going in, and this is done over years. This starts out when you're a little kid. This started out with your parents, their grandparents, and so this has been evolving over time. So in lots of ways, you're being persuaded to go numb and dumb, to not pay attention about what's going on in the world, not pay attention. So when somebody like me comes along and says, hey, there's toxins in your food, and I don't, if you follow me on Instagram, I like to share a variety of different people so you can get to hear this information from other people. I don't want you just hearing it from me. And I'm not one to be spewing science. I read the science. I go out there and I learn. I've spent, tens of thousands of hours over 50 years learning all types of science and health and et cetera, following different things. And I practice. I'm a guinea pig. I walk my talk. You have to become aware of what is happening, and that there is marketing and persuasion that has been going on for years to get you to think a certain way. And like I said, so to get you to think a certain way, and lately, since this last couple years here, 3 years or so, they're wanting you to think that being really healthy is like fanatical, or don't believe those people who are really love health and have been in the health field for a long time and are telling you that things are toxic. Don't believe them. Like, just, they're just fanatics, right? Or they're conspiracy theorists, or that's part of the persuasion. That's part of the hypnosis. That's part of them to get you to just go smoke your pot, drink your wine or your cocktails, go out, do whatever, listen to whatever music, watch your TV, zone out, which is fine. I'm not saying that. Like, you need to do things to take care of yourself to cope, but you don't realize that it's getting you in a place of being very complacent, not paying attention to some things that you really need to pay attention to. Mothers, to what's things that they're wanting to give your children, and all of us, it's like trying to take away the rights. You know, what are they doing to the food industry? Are you asking questions about like, this doesn't feel right, this doesn't seem right? So see, when you don't feel healthy, you're not aware, you're not conscious, you're more aware of like, oh, I don't feel good, oh, I'm bloated with gas, you're swollen, you've got a hangover, you're just like, you're stressed out, you're overwhelmed, you're overstimulated. I totally understand. And that's what they just keep putting more and more and more and more on you, so you won't pay attention to what is going on the farms. Who's buying up all the farmland? What are they doing? What is all of this other stuff that is happening in the backgrounds that will eventually have a great impact? And if you go to the stores, you're noticing it's already having an impact on you. Like, they want to take away organic food. They want to take away natural healing remedies. They want to take away anything that would really support you in being of mind, body, spirit, and emotionally healthy. And I'm sorry, but if you start to look like, again, don't believe me, just start going out there and start watching what's happening. Listen to the news, watch the shows you watch. Are you eating what's on the, do you find yourself eating and doing the things that are on the commercials? Are you like living that? Or do you feel like you're just kind of walking through life? You're on that treadmill that you buy the same things, you eat the same things, and then start to look what's in it. Start to see the crap that's in it. And when you start removing that stuff, all of a sudden your brain gets clear. You start hearing things, seeing things, you start, and again, here's one thing you can do. Ask your higher self or your guides, wherever you're at right now, whatever you can do, what do I need to see right now that I'm not seeing? What does my soul want me to know? How can I take better care of myself? Just start asking those questions. I'm not wanting you to go against anybody or anything. I don't care whether you're vegan or carnivore. I want you to become aware and figure out what is healthy for you and how to, and only if you want, so you don't, again, you can turn this off, go away, doesn't matter. This is for somebody who's ready for this, because if you're hypnotized and you've gone dumb and numb, then you can't be multidimensional. You're not going to be in your power. You're not going to feel empowered. You're not going to have that knowingness. You're not going to have that connection to your higher self. You're not going to feel that flow of where you're to go and feel connected to everything. You're not going to have that community. You're going to be more isolated. You're going to feel more alone. You're going to feel sick, toxic. You're going to feel overwhelmed, overstimulated. You might be depressed, you're numbed out, drugged out, so I just want you to know there's another way. There's another way. And there's lots of other people like me. And there's all communities out there, and we're here to support you, okay? All right, so let's move to number 3. Number 3 was our purpose is to be our divine soul in this human body. You came here. You are here to help this experiment of evolving consciousness in the human body. To be a soul in the human body and evolve the consciousness of the human body along with Gaia. And so in order to do that, again, you have to be aware, and you can't have all this dense energy. You need that lighter, more expanded energy that creates, and I mean lighter in that it's not heavy, dense, hard energy. It's expansive. It's more that connection to everything, that unconditional love. It's the multidimensional you. It's the energetic you, your aura space, all your energetic fields, and your physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual bodies. So, and it's our job to make it as easy as possible, or you can choose to make it hard. But majority of us are going through this, and some are going to go through it kicking and screaming. And those have been those of us who have started a long time ago in this process, that we're here to help you, help guide you, help share what we've learned through all this process. And I would say, make it easier. The easier you make it, the cleaner you are, the healthier you are, the less drama, the less physical challenges you will have, the less mental challenges you will have. So there's an emotional. So anyway, so this is where we're going, and this is coming in. So then, right, we're working towards to harmonize all of this, and then you get to be expressing your higher expression, your human higher consciousness, as you release these limiting programmings and stuff that is keeping you dense and heavy, and eating all this junk food and stuff that's not good for you, and keeping you sick. When you get healthy and you get lighter, aspects of your soul, your humor, your creativity, your beauty, your ability to see the beauty, your ability to create and manifest in the world, your ability to express yourself in the world, just starts flowing out. You find your people, you find your tribe, you find your purpose, your passions, and it's really exciting. It's very exciting, but I want you to, I'm going to keep reiterating that you're not alone, okay? You're not alone. So many people are going through this, billions, almost everybody in the world. So almost 8 billion people will eventually be going through this. Some will choose to not go through it. Fine, doesn't matter. There's no right, wrong, bad, it's just like it is. It's just, we're here to have this experience, to live our God selves in this human body and see what we can create with it. So it's up to you. Okay, so how do we do this, right? In some ways. So first of all, we have to become more conscious. So that's what I was saying. Become more conscious of energy. Become more conscious of your environment around you. What are you being affected by? So it might be you're affected by, like when in New York, the subway, oh my gosh, and the noise to me was rattling. And so I had to keep grounding myself and clearing. And sometimes I was just the light down there. But I had to keep fine-tuning. Myself. So becoming conscious about how are you getting thrown off? Becoming conscious about how are you making the choices that you're making? What kind of vibe does your food have? Conscious of what you're feeling inside. How do I feel? How does something else feel, right? Does that feel right? And it might be that in one moment it's fine and in another moment it's not. So it's like checking in and seeing and reading and researching, right? Just starting to give yourself information, connecting. So becoming conscious also is connecting, starting to connect with your multidimensional self, which I can help you learn how to do. So it's learning that you're more than this human body. In fact, you are not this human body. You are the soul within the human body, but you are creating a empowered human in this body, and that is sacred. It's just like this is really an amazing experience that you're in and that you get to create with, right? So what do you want to do with it? And having being that multidimensional self, listening in, tuning in, hearing, seeing, feeling, and then making choices from the information that's coming in. And so part of that is learning how to let energy be released, how to clear energy, how to ground your energy so that you have a clear foundation, how to create a boundary around you so that you're not being overwhelmed and assaulted, and then how to be in your body, how to stay in your body. Because a lot of us, you know, when you go and you drink or smoke pot or doing drugs, you leave your body, you leave your space so other entities and stuff can come in and you know, make you feel terrible or crazy. It can have you be making bad choices. When you're that way and you have sex, you're letting energies exchange. Is that what you want? Is that exchange of energy with that person? Is that what you want? So you get to, again, deeper and deeper choices because you're embodied, you're feeling them, you're tuning in. This is a practice and this is a lifetime practice. So, but we're living in a world right now that is really not a healthy world. And I'm sorry, I'm so sorry to say that. I'm really, I want to say that we're in this fabulous world where people, you know, that our governments care about us and our health system cares about us. And, you know, I mean, I know there's doctors and nurses and stuff, they care, but it's been a messed up system for a long time. A lot of the structures and systems that are in our world right now have been majorly messed up by a few. And they want to run the show and they want to have the power over everybody. And again, I know that can be really hard to hear. I'm sorry, go research. Look up the WEF, World Economic, I'm spacing right now, it'll come back. The WEF, look it up. They don't hide anything. Everything's right there. Start listening to what they're saying and then look in the world and see what's happening. See who's starting to make these rules and stuff and what they're saying. So, but becoming, again, more, what are our governments doing? Become aware. Don't stick your head in the sand. Become aware of what rulings are starting to happen right now while they've got you thinking you're numb and dumb. And I'm sorry for saying that, but you know, coping, I know you're coping. That's all right. You just haven't been taught. I want to teach you how to cope so you're empowered, not cope so you give your power away. So in the most loving, grounded way, right? We need to become more conscious of the structures that we had first believed in that were there to serve us and we're discovering aren't. Now, I don't know everything that's true. I don't know everything that's a lie. There's no way in hell. I'm telling you, this whole world right now is like, how I kind of picture it is, it's like a 5-dimensional, like there's all these different dimensions of this chess game that's going on, and each game is on each dimension, and I don't even know what the dimensions are, right? There's different rules, there's different things that can happen, there's different powers that are there, there's different people interacting. So I want you to get, like, it is like Star Wars on steroids or something. It's just, there's a lot happening, And a lot of it's happening to distract you, keep you confused, and create fear. They want you to be afraid. They want you to go numb and dumb. They want you to be stressed out. Be healthy. Choose health. Choose to be, I'm taking control of me. I'm going to figure out what's good for me. I'm going to find the people who care about me and care about the humanity. And I'm going to start listening. And then I'm going to start feeling in and seeing what's true for me and what's not true for me. And I know this can be hard, and I know that it can be, I've done a lot of grieving. I've done a ton of grieving, and we have to let everybody do their own time, their own way, find this out. But this is, so I'm sharing what I can share right now. And like I said, you can take in what you can take in. And some of you are missing a lot of this, but other things are going all right. You might want to come back and listen to this like in another week or so, or a month after you go through this, and then you'll hear new things that you didn't hear before. But again, do your own research. Feel in, start using your powers, your inner powers, your inner knowingness, start listening, start hearing, start seeing, start your connection to source, your intuition. The trees will talk to you. It's like nature is there to support you. And start becoming very discerning. Everything is changing, everything. So do not believe that anything what it was last year, the year before, 5 years, 10 years, 20 years, 50, 100 years ago. Food's not the same. Food is changing all the time. It has gotten more toxic in the last, I would say, probably in the last 2 years. It's just getting worse and worse and worse. And there's all these things that are happening that they're trying to create less and less food and take some foods away from us. So just become aware. What are the structures that are crumbling? Why are they crumbling? You don't have to know all the history. What I did is I created I have a group of different people, and then also some people, experts online that I follow. And I probably have 1,000 hours of research that well, more than that as far as health, over 50 years, but just in the last 3 years, 1,000 hours of different listening to, and I listen to all groups. Always, I don't disregard anything, because again, when we're playing a game on these all different levels and all different rules, and I don't know what these people are really capable of. I know some things that scare the balloon, scare me a lot. And then at the same time, I know that humanity, and that we are so powerful as souls in these human bodies, that we can overcome this, and we can create something new and beautiful and healthy for us all. But we need to start speaking up like I am, and start helping those of you who are starting to see, hey, things feel really messed up here. What's going on, and not having anybody to share that with. So so everything is changing. Science is, the way science is done. We've got AI now. So actually AI can create all sorts of things. Again, you're gonna have to check in. Is this real? Is this not? Is this AI? Have they merged things? Are they making people say things look like somebody's saying something, and it's not really them saying it, but they created it with the AI? So you have to start asking, being discerning, and say, is this real or not? And does this serve me or not? Does this serve the highest good of all or not? Our food's changing, Gaia's changing, and in and out alignments are changing. So we're always working to come back to have a strong, strong foundation. Okay, so I'm just going to give you some things to do, an overview, and you can, if you have those things, you can do them on your own. I want to share with you that I'm going to be creating November 1st. I'm going to put it out. My sources came to me and just said, you're going to do this. So every day in November. I'm going to create on my Patreon site that I'm going to go on there at the same time every day. And we're going to have a little meditation, getting into ourselves, empowering ourselves. And depending on what's happening in the world, if it's a crazy time or whatever, then we'll have a talk and support each other and share. Otherwise, we will, it'll just be like a half hour, and we'll, I'll help you create ways so that you feel that you're building a foundation, that you're feeling more like you can have sharing resources and sharing with other people going through, and also us working together as a group energetically helps magnify the work that we would do on our own. So what to do? So clear your energy, and I'll be sharing that. We'll be doing probably some, we will be doing these things on during the month of November on my Patreon, Marilyn O'Malley Patreon. So join my Patreon. I believe I would love it if you can afford it to please pay the price for it. If you can't afford it, I believe there's a month free, or time for it to be free, so you can check it out. And then also you have all my videos that I've made in Patreon before, that you can go through and learn things from. So clearing your energy. So there's Ho'oponopono. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I love you. Thank you. Super powerful. Removing limiting programming, liver cleanses, entity cleanses, entanglements, kind of cutting the cords with people that you feel entangled with, the drama, kings and queens, etc. Tolerations, anything that's draining you. Grounding, learning to ground, going out and spending time in nature, laying on the dirt, putting your feet on the grass, hugging trees, through visualization, being present, being here now, listening here now. What's going on? What am I feeling? Does my higher self have something? My higher self, do you have something what do I need to know right now? What's my soul want to know right now? What am I experiencing? And allowing yourself to feel who you are and just be present is hugely empowering, because you're going to see what you've been missing by not being present. I'm sorry this is taking a while, but as you can see, there's a lot of information. So eat healthy, right? Eat healthy, and whatever you put on your body or in your body, like start reading labels, and things will and keep reading labels, because they put little things in there, little by little. And a lot of our health food that we used to really trust, we can't really, some of them have sold out to the big guys, and like Kellogg's and stuff. And so it's not the same. You need to check who's making your food, how are they making it. And I really want to, those of you who are vegan and are eating this meat, this fake meat, go look. It is terrible. Do not eat it. Do not eat it. Go research again. Anyway, so you're going to have to learn to trust yourself reading the food. And, you might there's all sorts of little guides out there. There's lots of doctors that are online on Instagram and YouTube and stuff that are sharing about the seed oils, about oxalants in vegetables that cause inflammation, and different toxins that are in the foods. There's some wonderful out there, and I'll probably put some links to their stuff too. Or if you watch me on Instagram on my storyline, I'm usually sharing some of those people. You're going to open your heart. This whole thing is about opening your heart to who you are, loving yourself unconditionally, falling deeply in love with yourself, understanding you are a soul. You are a divine soul. Oh my God, like really wrap your mind around that. You are this divine soul in this human body. Like you are God in this human body. You are a piece of God in this human body. You are all in this human body. And it's like when you start to get that and get out of your way, you just like will blossom. I would recommend getting off social media, the news, off the computers as much as you can. EMF, 5G, watch that stuff. We're more sensitive, and that's part of that's part of the plan, is to put all this electromagnetic energy out there to keep us like buzzed out and overwhelmed and overstressed and anxious, and they can tune it up and tune it down to play with us in different ways. They use music that way too. So really, limiting the amount of exposure that you have to that, but it's also as you get healthier and stronger, they're not going to bother you as much. They won't have as power over you. You're the power. You will become the power and choose what, how to be with the things that are in the world. And this mindset also will help you when the world gets crazier than it already is, help you stay grounded. And a lot of you I know are healers or light workers or grid workers, or you're the loving light energy that's in the world. And so you'll be able to keep holding that loving light and supporting the people who are behind you waking up, right? So that's the whole thing, is like we're all going to be helping each other. So become toxic free as much as possible. No scents. No, throw away the candles. Throw away at colognes. All that stuff. It is toxic. And clothing, makeup, foods, house cleaners, anything with the scents. Like you walk in, it's like, don't you like when you go through the store, don't you like, feel terrible? Furniture, just, again, it's like you're going to start making choices. So, and I don't expect that you're going to turn everything over at once. I'm just giving, so if people are somewhat on their way, have done a lot of the food and stuff, like here are some other things that you can learn about. And you vote with your dollar where your choices are. That's how we have power, by what we purchase, right? So don't purchase things like, watch the plastics. Don't buy foods in plastic. You might carry something around that if you take food to go, that it goes in a metal or a ceramic dish or something. Don't drinking water out of plastic bottles, etc. So just making those, because they're forever. There's some of these forever things. Like I'm even learning that toilet paper has these forever things. Tampons, ladies, you need to watch what kind of tampons you buy, because they have toxic things in them. And then find community, deepen friendships, family connections. That's really important, is to fit, you're not alone, and you're not going through this alone, and you won't go through this alone. And it will feel crazy at times. It will feel overwhelming, overstimulating, bizarre, insane. And we're here to help each other. So watch for my announcement that I'll share, my Patreon, and it's only $22 for the month. And so for $22, you can come on every single day, and I'm going to take you through a meditation, and I will be putting that out shortly here. That's my next thing after I get this out. Under an hour. I love you. I bless you. I thank you. Thank you for being here, because again, we're all doing this together. It's just not me or other people, it's a lot of us, and there are a lot of us, but we're all spread out. in order to keep holding up what's, you know, different areas of this world, this universe. And we're still learning. There's so much to learn. I tell you, it's fascinating and it's scary. And I'm more on the excitement end of it now. When I was first going through this and learning some of this stuff, like I wanted to go save everybody, and you know, and was very frightened for, you know, people that I know and care about deeply. And then just realized that, you know, this is all our journey. We're all on a journey. We're all different. Most likely, if you're waking up and your family, most of your family isn't, or maybe a few are. But anyway, one of my things that Spirit came through to tell me, Spirit is waiting for you to wake up and recognize yourself consciously. Because really what you've been recognizing yourself is unconsciously. You've been recognizing yourself as their programming about how they want you to see you. They want you to see you as aging, as ugly, as not enough, as not worthy, as you know, disempowered, as incompetent, you know, as not perfect, you know, not healthy, you know, like your body's broken, you're broken, and that's just not the truth. That's not the truth at all. It's just they're undermining who you really are. And I really want to share with you who you are. So till we meet again, love, live, and matter. Bye.